All right. Hello and good afternoon, everybody. This is John with the South Texas Literacy Coalition coming to you live from our office here in Edinburgh. And today we are starting day number 2 of our Artemis Fowl virtual book club. Today we're going to be covering chapters 3 and 4, and we have a couple of returning guests from last time. I see Ice Bear there joining us along. Ice Bear, we remember you. Thank you for joining. And Gaming, thank you for joining us as well. So it's essentially going to be a really quick discussion, same as last time, and then we're going to dive into our online trivia that we're going to do. Very, very simple trivia, 6 questions, nothing crazy, multiple choice. So it's something that it's nothing too difficult where you have to come up with an insane answer or anything like that. We have the answers for you. You just have to choose the best one. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce or let you ladies introduce yourself. Today we have Miss
Abigail Canales.
And Sarah Cantu.
And those of you who are not familiar with them, these are two of our Edinburgh High School National Honor Society officers here in Edinburgh, Texas. They're interning with us over the summer, so I really want to thank them. So again, we're going to go ahead and get this started with the discussion. Just a couple of questions, just to kind of get our minds thinking about the chapters and everything that the chapters involve, and the characters and the plot of the story. And if you have any questions, again, feel free to leave a question in the chat. All right, take it away, ladies.
Hi guys, I'm Abby. So like John said, feel free to leave any comments in the chat if you want to answer us or if you have any questions. So what we're going to go over first is chapter 3. So the first question is, do you think it was right for Holly to go in and save the people? What do you think?
I think it was right because like she was how do I say it? Like she was putting her like duty first, I guess.
Yeah.
Which is just to save people, like not just stand back and watch. So
Yeah.
I think it was right.
Even though Commander Root was telling her not to do it, she still went for it. And I think that's super important because she was putting humanity first.
Yeah. Second thing is, was Commander Root fair to Holly or not?
I think I think I think Commander Root was just trying to be fair, I guess. But since Holly was the only girl, I think he just wanted to make sure that Holly was well prepared and wasn't like belittled or just.
Yeah, because like she was the only girl there in their job, so Commander Root was just like trying to make sure that she was being held up to the same standards, I guess. Yeah. And like for the guys, I guess it was just kind of like something that he just expected it, and it was just like for the usual, but she was one of their like test subjects, I guess you could say.
Yeah, since she was a girl, she was held on a high pedestal for sure.
Yeah, so I guess he was just making it so that she was a good example for like if they wanted to bring in any other girls.
Yeah. So, what do you guys think? Was he trying to toughen her or was he trying to break her down?
I would say toughen her up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it kind of did break her down, but I think it's just because she didn't know.
Yeah.
She just thought it was because she was a girl.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't know like the actual reason.
I mean, personally, if it was me, I know I'd want to be toughened up, especially if I was the only girl. Like, I know what it is to be, like, intimidated and stuff, so definitely toughen her up.
Yeah, and also, I guess he's, like, trying not to give her special treatment, because then what would people say?
Yeah.
Like, what would the other fairies and people in their world say?
Yeah. So it was good, because she worked for everything that she wanted and got.
Yeah.
So, what were the similarities between the fairy world and the human world? Like, in the sense of officers, like.
Yeah. I guess the leprechaun or the LEP, they were like how we have like FBI and Secret Service and officers. Like they were there to protect the people, and I think even in the beginning of chapter 3, um that even in chapter 3 they were like bringing in the like the how do you say it? The criminals.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like the drunk people and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think the major similarity was the officers and that the LEP, right? That's what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that. Well, that's it for chapter 3.
Moving on to chapter 4. So when we first started reading the chapter, I noticed that it went from Artemis and then to Holly. So did you guys notice that? Did you guys notice the change that
Icebergs.
Icebear said they had a bunch of the things that we have, like the FBI, MIA, and stuff like that. Yeah. So totally agree. I think that the LEP was sort of like the FBI
Yeah.
in our world.
And I like that they were secretive too. Well, going back to chapter 3, I like
Going
that they
back
were
to chapter
secretive and they still tried to put, kind of like the Secret Service, right? I was telling Sarah earlier, it's like the Secret Service. They're trying to protect the president, but it's more for the people, I guess. They're trying to protect the people.
Yeah. And so, like I said in chapter 4, it was kind of going between Holly and Artemis. So, did you guys notice that also? Because I was very confused. Personally, I did not know what was going on for a little bit.
Yeah, I was going back and forth. I was like, wait, who am I like reading about? Holly, Artemis, Holly, Artemis. But then I don't think, I mean, because they were building up to the moment when they finally like met and they like encountered each other.
Icebear noticed that also.
Yeah.
And then what about Holly and Artemis? They finally met. So, what did you think about that?
I liked it because, well, like, it was confusing at first, but of course it, like, led up to the moment, which was cool. I think it was pretty funny that he thought she was, like, weird looking because to her, she was, like, he was weird looking. And it was just, like, kind of like two people from different worlds. But yeah, like, she still saves people. Like, she calls them mud people. And I just thought it was funny.
Yeah, I feel like they were both kind of confused at first.
Yeah.
Because, like,
she was just so confused that he knew so much about, like, the ritual and all that.
Yeah. And I guess that kind of goes on to our next question or discussion, which is how did Artemis and Butler stay hidden from Holly?
Well, I know you were talking about the.
It was funny, Iceberg.
So you were saying, I know you had mentioned, or it was in the book where they use like a heat contraption, or like.
Yeah, it was like the blinds, like for hunting that they use. I don't know. That's how I.
Oh yeah, so they could like disguise, like kind of like camouflage.
Yeah, so I know that it mentioned that it was for the military originally.
Oh yes.
But Artemis was like able to get it into like sporting goods stores, and so it had a foil kind of around it that controlled the heat, and so that's how it didn't go detected by Holly's little.
And he was surprised too because her contraptions were like super like
yes,
up to date.
Icebear. They also did use camouflage. That was also mentioned. So they weren't able to be seen by animals, which could have been another like red flag for Holly.
And that's how Holly was like, oh, like, am I being targeted? Like, she didn't know, but they knew she was there. She didn't know that they were there.
Yeah. So they were they did a really good job in hiding from her heat detector, and then also her just like her.
And it wasn't just her, like they were just like camouflaging from like everyone else, you know.
Yeah, like the animals and then just other people that might go. And then this is kind of a little bit more of a tougher question, but what were the sunglasses for? Yeah, like a shield kind of. From the question before about them staying hidden. So this one was for what were the sunglasses for?
Well, I know in the book it said they were like mirror like. So usually when let's say you're outside and you have a mirror, like it'll reflect the sun from the mirror, right? Yeah. So I think that's what it was for. He put on the glasses and as soon as she shot out or like she did something to him and it hit his glasses and it instantly hit right back to him.
Yeah, well, right back to her.
Oh yeah, her.
Yeah, so it also mentions that she was affected.
Oh yeah, that she used the little bit of like power she had left to like put him to sleep or like make him forget. Mm-hmm. But then because he was wearing those glasses, and I think they're like the ones in the picture over there, they instantly shot back to her. So that was really cool.
Yeah, I think they were for reflection also. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think that's too, because in the ending of chapter 4, it does mention that she was kind of going like she was blacking out, I guess.
Yeah, and I think because it did hit her for sure.
Yeah, so she's already weak, and so then she's getting hit by her own magic. Like that was really hard.
And it was especially hard because she didn't know like that they knew anything about her.
Yeah, so it was just kind of like a double whammy for her. Mm-hmm. So, that's all that we have for discussing today. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and drop them. But John, do you have? I think we're ready to go to the trivia. Do you have anything you wanted to add?
So no, we'll go ahead and go to the trivia. Before we do, just keep in mind the trivia. It's 6 questions. It's timed. I think I extended the time to about 20 seconds. Now, the difference between this week's trivia and last week's trivia is the questions are a little bit more detailed, and the responses as well are a little bit more detailed. They're more sentence structured in the sense that it's not a one-word answer. It's a thought more of an answer. It is multiple choice, but it is a lot more thought. So it is going to take a little bit more time to read the question, read the answer choices. So I gave you an additional 5 more seconds. All right. So 20 seconds total. So ladies, you're going to participate just for everybody's knowing or everybody's knowledge. These young ladies have not seen the trivia. They have not seen the questions, nor have they seen the answers. I'm very curious to see how they respond to the trivia. However, just FYI to everybody participating, we are giving away a $20 gift card to Chick-fil-A to whoever wins the trivia. If these young ladies win the trivia because they were fast enough to answer the questions, they do not get the prize, okay? They do not get the prize. So Gaming Miguel and Ice Bear, the 3 of you, if whoever the 3 of you and whoever else is joining us responds quick enough, gets enough right, one of you 3 will be joining will be winning the $20 gift card. Now, when you sign up, I'm going to bring the screen to log into the trivia right now. It's going to ask you for 2 things. It's going to ask you for your name, your nickname, and it's going to ask you for your phone number. In your nickname, please keep it PG because I can always kick you guys off. But don't put your phone number, don't put any contact information in your name. You can do that on the phone number. So when you put your phone number, nobody sees that other than ourselves here on our end, okay? And we will reach out to you via that phone number to find out the address to send you the $20 gift card. And we'll go ahead and mail that out to you, okay? So here we go. I'm going to switch screens to the trivia. Here we go. So the trivia. So if you see at the bottom, I'm hoping you don't have too hard of a time seeing, it says go to crowd.live or that QR code right there. If you have a phone nearby or a tablet, scan that QR code and it'll take you directly to the trivia. Now, once you log into the trivia site, which is crowd.live with the QR code, you're going to enter the code right there on the right side that says XAWDX. Once you've entered that code, you can now type in your name / nickname, and you can type in your phone number. And again, that's just for our contact purposes only. So I'm going to give you just about a minute and a half to do that. We're good on time. And again, it's only 6 questions. It's nothing too crazy, all right? That's me again. All right. I got our young ladies in the corner there to see. All right. And again, if for any reason you're looking at the screen, make sure you're looking at your devices that you're logging on from, because there is about a 2 to 3 second delay from where we're at to you all. And as if you've played before, you know time is of the essence. Depending on how quickly you answer the question is how many points you get. So make sure you're paying attention to your phones as we're counting down. So that as soon as the question pops on your phone, there's 3 multiple choice answers and you choose one of those 3, okay? If you cannot see a third answer, it's probably because you need to scroll down a little bit on your phone, all right? So I'll give you all a couple more minutes, seconds, I'm sorry, seconds. All right, let's look at this list of participants. Let's see who's logging in. I got Ice Bear there. Got Cool, got Sarah, Abby's there, B's there. Okay, Ice Bear, let me see. I'm gonna remove this one. Let's see. Okay, no, that's the old one. Alrighty, that's the old one. Alrighty. give it a couple more seconds so we can have everybody log on. We get started in just a bit. All right. So when I click start the trivia, there's going to be a 10-second countdown. Abby, you're logged in, correct? And Sarah, you're logged in, correct? Just want to make sure. All right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. All righty. I'm going to give it just a couple more seconds because it does look like we're missing somebody. I'm waiting, Ice Bear. Don't worry, I'm waiting. I noticed that you weren't there, so I went ahead and waited. I see ya. I noticed gaming's not there, so gaming will wait for you to log on. No worries. All righty. So again, just a quick update. So next week we have the discussion on chapters. Which chapters are we doing, ladies, next week?
5, 6, and 7.
So keep that in mind. I'll go ahead and make sure and post that on our social media. But we're doing 5, 6, and 7 this time. There was 3 chapters that we're covering because the week after that, how many were we doing? Or the 2 weeks after that? 2 chapters, and we're going to finish off strong with 2 more chapters. There will be a break. So next week we have chapters 5, 6, and 7. The following week we'll take a real quick recess. We're going to be out of town at a conference. And then the very following week we'll be back live for the final 2 chapters and see. And what I'm going to try and do that last trivia, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger and a little bit more enticing. So I will hopefully get a second and a third place prize as well. So if you didn't win first prize this one or first place in the next one, that last one you'll have the chance to win first, second, and third. All right. So looks like we're going to go ahead and get started unless we have any objections. I think we should be good to go. Everybody's logged in. All right. Make sure you're paying attention to your devices. The countdown's going to start. All right. So we had a little technical error there. The stream cut off on us and we're back. So we're live. The question 1 just ended. Thankfully, you all got to see it on your end when it started. So we're going to go ahead and take our time, let everybody log back into the stream just in case they were out. But if you had your phone open, you should still be able to follow along with us here live. So let's go ahead and look at question 1 and what the responses were, first of all. So let's look at what everybody answered. We had 3 people answer A, which is Light Elf Patrol Recon, and 3 people answer Lower Elements Police Recon. Now, I'm going to let you all in a little secret, okay? Don't hate me, but I've yet to read the book. I'm more of a technical support guy right now and not a discussion guy, so I'm going to leave that up to you all and take y'all's word for it. But these are the correct answers. This should be the correct answers, I'm hoping. I don't know the answer along with you all, so I'm going to find out right now. So are you all ready for the correct answer? Correct answer is B, Lower Elements Police Recon, or LEP. What does it stand for? LEP Recon? LEP Recon. That sounds cute. Like leprechaun? That's cute. Alrighty, so let's look at the leaderboards. And leaderboards show, dun, 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 dun. We got B in first place, Cool in second, Sarah got in third, Ice Bear in fourth, Noah in fifth, and Abby in sixth. Abby, what happened, Abby? Did it trick you more than anything, or what happened?
Yes, it tricked me
you?
for sure. I saw Elf and I was like, that's the one.
And so I didn't make the questions or answers. We had another gentleman volunteer earlier today, and he came in and he read both chapters, and he took his time and he diligently went and created questions that were not necessarily difficult, but tricky, to where you had to have read to really understood the answers. All right, so here we go. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the next question. All right, remember there's a little bit of a delay. It might be like 2 seconds, so have your phone ready. Make sure you're staring at it, so the moment it switches over, boom, you can respond. All right, here we go. We're doing the next question in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, 3 seconds. All right, here we go. It says, what was Commander Root's nickname and why? What was his nickname and why? And so I didn't want to say in the question out loud because I wanted to make sure and give you all time to process it, read it in your head, or read it out loud without me confusing you. So the three answers are beetroot because he turns purple like beet when he's angry, like a beet. Ginger root because he has auburn hair and a fiery temper. Groot because he's tall and large like a tree. So what is that reference to? Do you ladies know Groot?
It's
From Marvel.
From Marvel, Disney, and again,
it's from Guardians of the Galaxy. Right?
Guardians of the Galaxy, yeah. And so Disney, this is a Disney movie now, and Disney does have the rights to this book, so I'm assuming that it fits in with the theme of Disney. But as you can see, the questions kind of, or the answers are kind of similar, almost to an extent. They're very witty, and I really like the way this gentleman created these questions and answer responses. So let's see what you all responded. Dun, 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 dun. 4 put beetroot because he turns purple like a beet when he's angry. One of you put ginger root because he has auburn hair and fiery temper. And one of you put Groot because he's tall and large like a tree. I would have chose that one just because I thought that was funny. But the correct answer is going to be beetroot because he turns purple like a beet when he's angry. All right. Let's look at the leaderboards now. Leaderboards show Cool in a cool first place with 119 points. B in second with 95. No in third with 81 points. Sarah with 74. Ice Bear and then Abby. All right. Congratulations. Now, keep in mind, those of you who played before know that the points can change dramatically from one answer to the next. So, essentially, if you're in fourth place, like Sarah is, if she answers the next question and gets 100 points right off the bat because she answers really quick, she can have 174 points. So she has a chance to take the lead. So make sure you're paying attention, reading as quickly as you can, answering as quickly and as best as you can. Here we go. We're going to go on to question number 3 in 3, 2, 1, go. This was a long one, and I'm really glad I gave you all an extra 5 seconds to read and respond. So the question is, why does Commander Root say he is mean with Holly? Is it just because he's mean and doesn't like the girl to win? Because she's always late and uses the same excuse that the four lanes of the thoroughfare were crowded? Or because she is the first girl officer in his recon squad and he wants her to be tough enough to withstand her critics and prove them wrong? And I think this is one of the discussions you all had for each other, correct? Talking about how she was and why was he being mean to her. So here goes. Here's the response. Everybody responded because she's the first girl on a recon, officer in a recon squad, and he wants her to succeed. So again, everybody got it right. Everybody who's listening in on your discussion, maybe it gave them a little bit more insight, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. That really means that they were paying attention and following along to what you all had to say. So, as you all know, the correct answer is C. Everybody got that one correct. All righty. So, we're looking at the leaderboards. Cool is in a cool first place with 182 points, but B is trailing right behind with 163 points, about 19 points behind. No is in a quick third as well, followed by Ice Bear, Sarah, Mystery Kid coming in, and then Abby. We got Mystery Kid. Ooh. Let's see if Mystery Kid can catch up. All right, here we're going to go. Going on to question number 4. Question number 4, 5, 6 are next. We're halfway through. In 3, 2, 1, go. All right, and the question is, where were most LEP left undercover operative stations? Disneyland Paris, working in the Snow White exhibit, the Italian coast and Monaco, all the way to the British Isles, on top of the snow capes of the French Alps. Let's see what y'all answered. Ooh, it was a little spread out there. So 4 of you answered the Disneyland, 2 of you answered the Italian coast, and 1 of you answered at the French Alps. So what did you all put? I'm curious, what did you girls put?
I put Disneyland Paris.
I put Disneyland Paris.
Disneyland Paris? All right, let's see what the answer is. But All right, correct answer was Disneyland Paris, working the Snow White exhibit. Wow. And it's funny how they tie in, you put A as well. Congratulations, Ice Bear. Uh, how they tie in Disney into the story. And again, this is a Disney movie. It's based off of the book, right? But again, it is a Disney movie. So those of you who are curious, go jump on and see what the movie's about. And see how it differs from the book in itself. All right. Question number 5. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go. All right, it says, why did Lep have a pot of gold to share with their Irish friends who would meet with them at the end of the rainbow as a sign of trust? They haven't learned how to spend it yet, or C, to use as ransom funds because of high risk occupation in their job. All of these, being that I've never read the book, for some reason, all 3 of these answers seem like it would be relevant to the story. You that have read the book, ladies, are these all relevant, or does it some of them stand out like no way that has nothing to do with the story?
I
They
think
kind of all are relevant.
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
So you kind of just have to know which one.
That is a so those of you who have yet to read the book and are listening along, if you have family members and you're kind of they're playing it in the background and you're listening, it sounds like a very interesting book just from this questions alone. So let's see what everybody answered. We had one person answer to share with their Irish friends who would meet them at the end of the rainbow, and the rest of you answered to use as ransom. Both of them sound kind of far-fetched, but apparently they're all having to do with the story. The correct answer being to use as ransom funds. So we go back to the leaderboards. Wow, look at that. We had a switch in the leaderboards. We have No with a first place of 291 points. And right behind No is Ice Bear with 289, being a close third. And then we have Abby moving up the line. Look at that. Followed by Cool, then Mystery Kid, and then Sarah. Sarah. And look, Sarah, you're answering them, but you're just answering them kind of slowly, so you're not getting the full amount of points. So let's see how things go here at the end, all right? All right, this is the final question, everybody. Final question, okay? This is for all of the Chick-fil-A's. This is for the $20 Chick-fil-A gift card, all right? And so we'll go ahead and reach out to you after this. We have your phone number because you entered it in the trivia. And we will reach out to you to get your mailing address, and we'll go ahead and mail you that $20 gift card to Chick-fil-A. Again, just want to thank everybody for participating. Follow along. Here comes the last question in 3, 2, 1, and go. All right, the question is, what did Holly pick up before she was ambushed by Artemis and Butler? A needle smoothie from the cooler. B, a small branch from an oak tree. Or C, a smooth acorn seed from the ground. What did you all choose? I want to know. What did you choose?
I put C.
You put C? What
I
about
also
yours?
put a smooth acorn from the
You
ground.
put it, now because Sarah put it, did you put it, or why did you put it? Did you know the answer?
No, I'm just kidding. It sounds about right.
Alrighty. So let's look at what everyone else responded. Ice Bear put B. We had 2 people put A, 1 person put B, and 4 people put an acorn, C. All right. Here we go. I'm nervous. The correct answer was, it was C, a smooth acorn seed from the ground. All right. So here's how it's going to work, right? Depending on if you got the answer right and how quickly you got the answer is going to determine how many points you got, right? So anybody who was Googling or trying to find the answer in those 20 seconds, even if you got it right, if you took too long to answer, that means the less points that you get, all right? So here we go. Who do y'all think got first? Anybody? Do y'all have any guesses?
Me. Nah.
You got, that'll be really
Maybe
cool, right? Jumping
Ice
from last
Bear,
place to
or
first.
who's the one on top? Was it No?
No is in
No.
first, and then Ice Bear. So it's going to be one of those 3 people. All right, here we go. And again, if you didn't get first, I just very much appreciate you following along in the first place. Being a part of this is something new we've never done before. but I'm really excited to see you all participating. So I'm really, really happy that you all are here. All right, here we go. The leader is, drum roll, please. No, with 354 points, 4 out of 6 correct, answered pretty fast. Congratulations, no. I have your phone number here. Do not worry. I will reach out to you, and we'll get your address from your family to get you that $20 gift card. Now, again, want to thank everybody for following along. Like I said, this is something new to us. We've never done this before. Book club. And trying to follow along virtually. I'm very much hoping that one day we can have an in-person book club here at our offices in Edinburgh, where you all can come in. We can give you the book. We can have activities. We can have trivia live. Boom, hand you prizes live here as a thank you for showing up. And make this an ongoing thing just to get you all excited about reading and excited about books. Excited, all right? So, again, ladies, do you have anything else you want to add on to prepare them for next week?
No, but thank you for coming out. And yeah, next week, we're gonna meet next week, right?
So chapters
5, 6, and 7.
Yes,
3 chapters
but I don't
next
think
week.
they're lengthy.
They're not too lengthy.
They're like a lot shorter. I think chapter 3 was like the longest chapter.
The longest chapter?
Yeah.
All right. So 5, 6, and 7 will remind you throughout the week. All right. So follow us on social media. Have your parents follow us as well. And if anything, we'll see you next Tuesday. Have a great day, everybody.